Hello, from Binfield to Broadmead and Scotland to South Norwood. It's time for another fun and exciting maths lesson with myself, Mr. Looker. Aren't you lucky? So in today's lesson, we're going to be looking at pie charts. We did a little bit in Year 6 on pie charts, but not loads. So we're going to be looking at what they show us, how to read the information in a pie chart, how to interpret it, and how to answer some questions from them. Today we're going to look at some basic information to begin with. So as you can see, it says 4 people were asked the question, what is your favourite drink? And here are their answers. It says Coca-Cola 2, lemonade 1, squash 1 and water 1. And we can see that 4 people took the survey. 2, add 1, add 0 is obviously 4. And we can put this information into a pie chart. So a pie chart looks like a circle or a pie, and it's divided into sections which we would call sectors. Now, because there's 4 people, we're going to divide this pie chart into 4 sections. 2 people chose cola, 1 person chose lemonade, and 1 person chose squash. And obviously water is not represented on the pie chart because nobody chose water. So this time there's 8 people, and it says how many children are in your family. So the number of children, 1 in their family is frequency of 2. For 2 children, the frequency is 3. For 3, 2. 4, none. And more than 4, 1. So you can see we've asked 8 people. So we've constructed our pie chart with 8 equal segments or sectors because 8 people were asked. So 2 people had 1 child, so we're going to colour in 2 segments. 3 people had 2 children in their family, so we've coloured in 3 segments, and so on, completing the pie chart, as we can see there. In this example here, 10 people have been asked what their favourite fruit is, and you can see the results in the table. Now, if you look at the pie chart, this time it's been split up into 10 sectors because we asked 10 people. Okay, so pause the video and figure out how many sectors will be coloured in the pinky red colour for bananas, how many will be coloured in blue for grapes, how many will be coloured in grey for apples, and how many will be coloured in yellow for orange. So as you can see, 1 banana, so 1 section red or pink, 5 apple, so 5 section grey, and so on and so forth. So we can also look at pie charts in like the opposite way we've been looking at them. And this one's been complete. And this time, instead of us being told how many people had green cars, what fraction was silver and so on, we don't know the information, but we can use the pie chart to help us. And we can see that Sam, who did a survey of colours of cars in the school car park, counted 24 cars. Now, if we look at the pie chart, we can see that half of the pie chart is green. So it's quite easy to work out how many cars are green, because it's obviously half of 24. Now the silver section is clearly a quarter, and the blue and other section again is half of a quarter, which is an eighth each. So where it says what fraction was silver, it'll be 1/4 or a quarter. So how many cars were silver? So that's a quarter of 24, which should get you half of 24 is 12, so half of 12 is 6. And then how many cars are blue? Well, that's going to be an eighth of 24. So the answer should be 3. And lo and behold, Mr. Looker was right. So we used our knowledge of fractions to help us calculate these answers. Now in this pie chart, they've surveyed 60 people. And if you look closely, you can see the pie chart hasn't actually been segmented into 60 sectors. It's actually been split up into 12. So you're going to have to do a little bit of maths here and figure out that each sector is clearly worth 5, because 5 times 12 is 60. And once you've done that and worked out that piece of information, it then makes it much easier to answer some of the questions. So pause the video and have a think about the 3 questions in blue. Use the colours and the segments in the pie charts to help you work out the fractions and the numbers involved. So yeah, pause the video now, jot down your answers and we'll see if you're right. So we can see the answers there. What fraction of them shows languages is 4/12. So if you look at the languages section, there's 4 segments, so 4 out of 12. How of them shows maths? Well, it's 3 segments. We worked out that each segment was worth 5, so 3 5s 15, and then 9 segments for the which fractions were not arts or sports. And of course, you can simplify those fractions if you want to. Compare pie charts, but you do have to be a little bit careful, so don't get tricked here. So Steve and Anna have both done a survey on people's favourite sandwiches, and here are the results. So we look at Steve's pie chart. Half of the pie chart, people like cheese, a quarter liked egg, and a quarter liked meat. And if we look at Anna's pie chart, we can see people like cheese, meat, egg, and also tuna. If we compare them and ask in which survey did more people say their favourite sandwich is egg, on Steve's it's a quarter, and on Anna's we can see egg here is actually less than a quarter, and I can give you a little secret here, it's actually a fifth. So on first glance we can say, well, clearly more people liked egg sandwiches in Steve's survey than Anna's. And you can see there. However, Steve asked 12 people. A quarter of 12 is 3. But Anna asked 20 people. And a fifth of 20 is 4. 4 people liked egg compared to 3 people liking egg in Steve's survey. So actually more people in Anna's survey liked egg. And even though the sector on Steve's pie chart is bigger, it represents fewer people because he asked fewer people altogether. So bear that in mind. You need to know all the information when comparing pie charts. That's really all there is to it. So it's fairly straightforward, I hope. But as always, if you're not sure, you can send us a message on Class Dojo's, message myself or Mr. K or Miss Ellis. And for those of you who are returning to school on Thursday and Friday, you can ask us in person. Enjoy and see you soon.